Hey everyone, it's Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. We are here today at LaGrange Park Ace Hardware, just outside Chicago, for another fantastic Traeger recipe. And I have to tell you, I'm learning how to make cheesecake on the Traeger, and I thought, who better to ask than none other than 26-time perfect score champion, Danielle Diva Q.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
You know I love me some dessert.
And all of those wins were making what?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake, which...
On a Traeger.
On a Traeger,
On a
which
Traeger.
I have a recipe for cheesecake I want to learn how to make on the Traeger.
Yep.
It's like a match made in Traegering heaven.
It truly is. You know, wood-fired kissed cheesecakes, pies. I do it all on the grill.
Love
but
it.
26 in a row, they were all cheesecakes, all done on a Traeger grill, and we're going to show them how to do it.
And if we can't figure it out, there is no hope for cheesecake.
It's all cheesecake goodness. It's delicious. It's decadent. It's perfectly done on the grill.
I love it. It's Thanks Grilling, and thanks for joining us. All right, so we fired up the grill. We've got this set to
25.
25.
Yeah.
What temperature do you think is a safe range?
Anywhere from 300 to 325. You're going to do your cheesecake a little lower than a traditional oven,
Okay.
but I think that that's a better environment in regards to cooking it and also getting that beautiful wood-fired flavor into your cheesecakes.
Well, and then I won't evaporate my water either in the water pan, right?
Yeah. No water pan necessary. Here's the thing. Here's the deal. I don't see a water pan.
Okay.
You don't need a water pan.
So when I'm at home and I'm baking this in my oven
Yep.
and I use a water pan,
Yes, sir.
I don't need to on this.
No, there's no reason to on a Traeger whatsoever. The design lets you have this convection style heat that's gentle and indirect.
Okay.
And because of that, you're not going to get that that overwhelming heat that hits a cheesecake. And that's why people actually have to use water pans, because it's a heat sink. It just
Okay.
evaporates into there.
I love
Not
it. I love it.
necessary.
Pellet flavor. What are you thinking?
Reserve right in your hands.
Reserve?
I see
This
this
guy.
bag. I
This
love
guy.
it. Yeah.
So, what do you like about this thing?
Oak. Okay, that gives you that woodsy
Yep.
kind of wood fire thing. And then it's matched with 2 fruit woods, cherry and apple. Those fruit woods go perfectly with anything dessert-wise.
Awesome.
And exclusive to you guys.
It is exclusive to Ace. You picked my favorite. I'm not holding it like it's my favorite
I-
child, but this is my favorite pellet.
Yeah.
I have a couple hundred bags of this I keep
Yeah.
on hand because I really find it so balanced. It works great for everything. So we will get this guy
Load it
topped
up
off
more.
here
Yep.
and ready to go. And then I'm packing this up, taking these pellets home with me.
You know, and one of the things I like about this type of pellet is the fact that it is literally across the board good for everything.
Awesome.
There is nothing that can't be used with.
Cool. So let's let this warm up now, get up to temperature, and then we're going to get that beautiful spring form loaded and ready to go.
And no water pan necessary.
I still don't believe it, but I'm telling you, you are a perfect score recipient. I am not. We will get this figured out.
Perfect goodness.
Awesome. All right, so this is actually such a family favorite that it has been requested this year for my wife's 50th birthday. The thing I wanted to do is get it onto the Traeger. So, you ready to do this?
I am ready to do this.
So ginger snaps, because we love ginger snaps in our house.
Okay.
Then I have a little bit of smoked salt I put in there.
I like the smoked salt component. I gotta admit.
It's like sweet and salty, the yin, the yang, a little bit of dark brown sugar.
Okay.
And then just enough butter to bring that all together, because that's going to become like the best crust on earth.
Gotta tell you, it's smelling pretty fantastic right now. And this is just the crust components, right?
This is just it. This is just the crust. That's all it is. A little bit. And I usually judge butter. I know it says a stick of butter, but I like it to just be wet enough to stick together, and not so much that we're going to have it leak out into our oven or into our drip pan.
You know, one of the things is that not all cookies are created equal.
Right.
Some have a higher moisture content, and so I think it's kind of one of those things, like you said, you
Yeah,
have to judge it accordingly, right? So we're gonna pour that in here. And this is just a basic springform pan that you sprayed it, right?
Yep, this is a 10-inch springform pan, and I sprayed it with cooking spray that has flour in it because it helps it release a little bit.
Yeah.
The flour is cool because it actually holds it on the rise,
Okay.
but then as it settles, it releases it. So
Now, this is a convenient thing to do. Like, if you didn't want to use gloved hand, you can actually use the bottom of a cup or
Sure.
glass,
Yep.
right? Because I've
Yep.
done that at home. And this is where I always like to decide, do you want something to come out the sides, or you just want the bottom coated? You know what I mean?
you know what? And that's, and I'll give you my honest.
Yeah.
Half the time, I'm like, I'll have a little bit come up the side.
And look at that.
I'll just leave it on the bottom.
That took
So
like seconds.
yeah, done. Love it.
So, all right, what do
All
we
right,
got?
set that aside. So
Okay.
then, cream cheese.
Yep.
And I'm just using, I don't use low fat. I want this to be
God
a
bless you.
reward. I just
God
want
bless
this to
you.
be a reward. So, are you mixing and I'll add?
Sure,
All
I'll
right.
mix. Okay.
So just a good,
Just
what I love
just
about
gentle,
this mixer.
Just gentle.
Gentle.
'Cause this is a really strong mixer.
It is. And the cool thing about this is it has whisks on it that are more like a wire whisk, not a beater, so it
Okay.
fluffs that cream cheese up.
That's
so
pretty
I let
awesome.
the cream cheese get nice and warm, room temp, because
Yeah.
I've learned if it's too cold, it makes little cream cheese balls.
Yeah, and then you don't get that smooth, creamy finish. You know,
Yep.
I love making cheesecakes. I make so many every year. I think that's what really separates a good cheesecake from an excellent, oh my gosh, jaw-dropping
Sure.
cheesecake is all these little tips you're giving people.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that, the fluffy.
All right, so
All right.
canned pumpkin.
Canned pumpkin.
Just plain and simple. And this is, I think it was a 14 and a half ounce can.
Okay.
I know they come in two different sizes, but, and these guys are usually dry enough. I don't have to worry about draining them or
Yeah.
having any extra moisture. So, pumpkin goes in next.
Pumpkin goes in, okay. That's, of course, you know, it smells like fall right now.
Right.
Okay. You know.
Then, I get that pretty well incorporated till it gets kind of creamy.
Okay.
Because I always like it because I can see if there's any cream cheese balls.
Yeah.
And then if I need to,
I was
we
gonna
can
say
always
scrape the sides, right?
And this is great having help because I always have to stop, and then the mixer falls over, and then the beaters get all over, and then
So teamwork is a good thing.
Teamwork makes
Once
the
again,
dream work.
you're getting that family involved in the holidays preparations. You know. All right, so we've got a beautiful, beautiful color here.
Yep.
Look at that
And then
lovely orange.
4 eggs. So 4 whole eggs.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, number 4, and then for good measure, just 1 yolk.
Now that's giving you some luxurious texture.
Beautiful.
The proteins are binding all of that cream cheese together as well. And of course, you know, that's the glue that kind of holds a lot of stuff together when it comes to cheesecake, right?
Yep. Then cane sugar. I absolutely love cane sugar. It just has such a
Why?
better, it just has a better, richer sugar flavor. Man, I just think it makes for baking, makes it so much better. Then a little bit of tartness out of the sour cream.
I'll tell you right now, every single cheesecake that I make at home has sour cream in it because at the end of the day, that sour cream is going to balance the acidity of the sugar that you just put in there. It's not going to take away the sugar, it just kind of mellows it all out and brings it together. And I'm a huge fan.
Pumpkin pie spice.
Of course.
As we always say when seasoning, as much or as little as you like. Some beautiful vanilla extract.
Yep.
Then, flour.
High five on this one in
Flour.
a big way.
Flour really helps this cheesecake along. I have just found when I'm baking this at home in the oven, it is absolutely what I need.
Structural integrity.
Yep.
It's like a little bit of that insurance for your cheesecake, and it only does take 2 to 3 tablespoons of flour to do that.
Yep.
I use just regular all-purpose flour. It seems to work just fine. And you bring this all together, and then as you can see, once you have that cheesecake like really, really well mixed, oh my gosh,
smells so good.
I was just gonna say it smells crazy.
so good.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier about what candles we think should be made.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. I mean, pumpkin pie candles, I think, are one of God's gifts to all of us, okay?
Done.
All right, you want to scrape down those sides one last time?
So we'll give this a scrape real
Now,
quick.
Do you
and
chill
I
your
usually,
batter?
do I what?
Do you chill your batter before it goes in?
I don't. I go right in because it actually, I think, helps make it more velvety. And it's already a little bit warm, so we're not shocking it and going from ice cold to hot. So
All right, so let's tap
that
those
is it.
off. I'll pass
We'll
those
set
to you,
this
sir.
on the side here.
We'll bring back that beautiful crust.
Look at that.
Now, we've got a gorgeous batter. We've
Yep.
got the crust, and you're just going to pour it in. I don't ever chill mine either. I don't believe in that either.
Cool.
So
we are we're on to the same wavelength here.
yeah, we are definitely par for the course when it comes to doing a cheesecake. But I do one thing, though.
What do you do?
I'm going to show you when you're done, okay? It's a trick I learned many years ago, okay? So when you get your cheesecake in here, tap out those extra little bubbles.
I love it. So that's it. I mean, quick and painless. Now it's time
Seconds.
to get, seconds?
Seconds.
Now it's time to get over to that ironwood and talk about the rest.
All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. You're ready?
This goodness is going to happen.
So we're preheated, 325 degrees, have
Yep.
the reserve blend pellets,
And we're going to put it right in the middle. No water pan necessary.
no water pan.
None. That's
You
it.
just a pan of water on the side?
Nothing.
No water.
Nada.
All right.
Zip
So
filch. Leave it closed.
I know because I don't like to disturb the oven. I don't want to
Yeah.
disturb the grill because I know if they slam it shut, it drops.
Yeah, one of the things is that you don't want to be peeking on this, okay? For a good solid 45 minutes.
Okay.
In my case,
Yeah, I'm the
usually
same way.
that's usually where I'm going to start checking, and then
Okay.
it's literally going to be literally touching the top, going, how much is the jiggle?
So you touch the top. I more or less grab the pan and give it a little wiggle. Either way.
Either way.
All right.
Yeah.
So wiggle or a jiggle.
Wiggle, jiggle, check the cheesecake.
45 minutes.
45
we're coming
minutes.
back.
We're coming back.
All right.
That's it.
Are we done?
We're done.
We're done.
We are done like dinner.
Done. So how do we know this thing is ready to go?
Okay, So in my world, I want to be able to just barely touch the top, okay? It should be literally just starting to set. Now you do a little different method. You jiggle the sides, okay? For me, that's step one.
Okay.
Our cheesecake is done at that point. But that's not the end of the journey for me. I really, really, really recommend a 4-hour at least, or overnight, chill in the fridge. Everything comes together even better then. And I like the texture of it better. So finish on the grill. And remember, for thanks grilling, why not get a couple things done early?
Correct.
Make it easy.
But I'm confused. No water bath and no cracks.
No cracks.
What gives?
It's all about the convection design. It's all about the fact that, you know, we've got the right pellets, the right grill. You know, we've got a low and slow cheesecake, and it literally comes out perfect. Look at that.
I'm blown away. So now we're going to take it off. We're going to go in the fridge, and I will never, ever make a cheesecake in the oven again.
I haven't done one in so many years because this just works every single time. Consistent, repeatable results, great pellets, great grill. Thanks grilling on the grill.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I learned something. I'm blown away. No water bath. Totally
no water
blown
bath.
away.
Not at all.
Thank you, first of all, because I'm just not sure I've ever had a cheesecake look that amazing. So I have my traveling fork.
I have my traveling bamboo fork.
And I think we should get in here and give this a little quality control.
You know that I didn't hesitate at all,
right?
Right?
I mean, you want to make sure you don't serve something
I
less
want
than
everybody to
your
enjoy
family.
it, right? Yep. And that setting up over in the fridge overnight really makes a big difference. It's super creamy.
Oh, my word.
And it's not over cloyingly sweet, which is a big thing for me.
And you can taste the total tartness out of that tiny amount of sour cream we added. You're never done learning, ever. And we hope you've enjoyed all of these YouTube videos we've created for you. We've got stuff like Traeger turkey.
Gorgeous. Traeger brined, amazing turkey. We
Traeger
have
stuffing.
Sage and sausage stuffing done on the Traeger. And now we're showing you.
We Traegered your dessert.
Yeah. Your recipe, my method, all excellent.
Money.
Awesome day.
Goodbye, oven. Hello, Traeger.
Happy thanks.
Life is good.
Thanks grilling.
Be sure to click below, grab all these recipes and more from ACE, the helpful place.